come back.
Welcome, everybody, to Sage's Hot Seat. This is Sage Sentient, and today's guest on the hot seat, we have Goofyrhexxi. Everybody put some fire emotes in the chat and big round of applause for this guy here today. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing, man? What is happening?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I'm letting the camera focus back here, but I'm good, man. How are you?
That is so funny. I hope you're having a great day, my friend. And today we're going to go over your player profile. And we have you at a 6.3 million TCP, an STP of 494,000, and a War MVP 5 times, and a total characters collected at 155. Characters at max star rank 34, all-time arena rank 64. Latest arena rank 82, latest blitz rank 4,859, and blitz wins 15,000 plus. Very nice. We are gonna put you in the hot seat today, my friend. Do you
Oh yeah.
think you will be able to withstand this style of roster hot seat roast?
Oh, roast.
It's not a roast. It's not quite a roast.
Oh
It's a
Jesus.
hot seat. It's more of a hot seat. It's more of a hot seat.
I didn't know it was Friday night. Jesus.
It's not Friday. Yeah, we went. We used the time stone to go to Friday. All right. So, we have a couple questions that are burning from the community and from me that we want to know about you. And with today, we want to know what your first one is. And remember, all questions are not in order. So, today we have our first question being, what is the worst pickup line you have experienced, either given or received?
so I've never received any sort of pickup lines. You know, I'm normally, I guess I see pickup lines are weird for me, right? Because I got too much charm to do pickup lines. I'm more of a smooth brother. You know what I mean? I kind of just smooth it out in there. I don't pickup lines. I guess I've heard there's one I heard on Fresh Prince of Bel Air where I was just like, that is a horrible pickup line. I know you've been running all day. I know your feet must be tired because you've been running through my mind all day. What in the
Yes.
world? That is that's terrible. What?
That is so funny, and it's very true because some of them work and some of them don't. But the ones that work the worst, why do they work? Well,
Right.
the ones that are the worst, why do they work? Is it because people are so caught off guard that they're like, okay, I'll let you in the door?
It got to be an off guard thing because otherwise it don't make much sense to me.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness. That is just, it's one of those things where you just have to go back and think about, like, wow, like, did I ever do one of those things and did it ever work? And if not, like, did I ever use it on my partner or my wife or whatnot? Did you ever use a line on your wife when you like picked her up?
No, so I was more of a, like I said, I was a little smooth, man. I was more of a, you know, I think if you can probably call this a pickup line, but I remember when we were messaging back and forth on Facebook, and we were just kind of like just having some decent conversation about something, and I was like, you know what, this is actually quite surprising that I've never actually approached you or try to take you out before, and I didn't think that was a line. It was just more like just real smooth in my opinion, and she was just like, you're right, I'm surprised that you haven't. And then from there, the rest is history. That's where we are right now. 12 years later, that's where we are now.
That's awesome. 11 to 12 years of marriage. That's congratulations, man.
Well, 6 years of marriage,
Ah,
and we've been together for 12 years.
very, very nice. And now, with that, let's travel back in time to learn a little bit about young Goofy. When when was young Goofy first kissed?
Ooh, young Goofy. I gotta say, I was probably probably 9. I'm gonna say I was probably 9 around the time. It was I think it was around, yeah, was that middle school? I don't remember. Or was that pre-middle school? Years and ages. Who remembers these things anymore?
He's like, I don't know. Let's just get out of that. That's hilarious. Um, that's very funny. Now, did you freak out? Did you kind of like know that like when you got kissed, like you were like, oh my gosh, like this was weird, funny. Like, what was that feeling for you?
So I think young Goofy was more of a, he kind of felt that the moment was approaching. So
Okay.
he was ready for it. Still awkward though. It was still pretty awkward
Always.
when it happened, and it never went further than that. That was pretty much basically it from what I remember. Because yeah, no, it didn't progress.
All right, let's switch it up a bit. Let's switch it up. Let's talk about this game. Now, you are a content creator for Marvel Strike Force and recently have become an official Marvel Strike Force content creator, which what they would call in the Envoy program. And congratulations to you on that, which is very awesome. You've been working very hard, and
Thank
we've
you,
had
thank you.
lots of chats before this, and I've always been in your corner for that. And I want to know a couple things how you feel about the game, not necessarily about your videos, your own personal opinion. Some things sometimes you can't really get to those when you're streaming,
Yeah.
and being able to talk about it just in general with your audience. So my question to you is, what's your attitude towards Scopely now, with the consistent bugs and the spending money and the overall feeling of, is it good? Is it bad?
Yeah, so my honest thoughts on it are, well, number one, I'm cheap to play, right? I'm Mr. Cheap to play, not to be, mentioned with Mr. Free to play. I'm not trying to steal your vibe, Mr. Free to play, but I'm 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 I'm, I'm I'm the cheap to play guy, right? So when it comes to money for me, I don't really pay attention to too many offers. Until really when I started to become a content creator, and I started to look at sort of the pricing, and their pricing is absurd. Their pricing is absurd for a lot of the. I mean, the core offers are terrible. The $30 character offers are absolutely atrocious. The Red Star offers are bad. Just in general, they're pretty bad. The ISO, when they release ISOs and the ISO packs, what in the world was that? Those were absolutely terrible. It's like, what are you doing? So no, in general, I think that there are some. I do like the microtransactions. That's kind of where I live.
Mm,
Microtransactions. I really do like those options there. The bugs for me, I say this all the time to people. I'm like, the bugs. What do you expect? It's a mobile game. It's
yeah.
not like we're playing a PS. We're not playing Marvel Avengers on PS4. Like, what do we expect? That they're
Oh
not going to
my
be bugs?
gosh. Yeah.
They're not a massive company. Like, you see Marvel Avengers, right? There was a bug, they fix it in within like a week, right? Easy. But for like a mobile game like Scope, a company like Scopely, it's just not going to be as easy to fix. I will say this though, they do need to be careful because a lot of you can't have consistent bugs and then also try to monetize other things on top of it too. You gotta like clear up the bugs first, or at least address them before you decide to try to monetize something else. And we can see that now with this new RTA thing. It's become a pain point for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely get behind that. That's very true. So now with that, and spending money and whatnot for cheap to play or free to play,
Yeah.
even just by unlocking a character, by farming and not by doing anything at all, what has been your most cherished unlock?
Ooh, this is good. Most cherished unlock. I think my most cherished unlock had to be um, Symbiote Spider-Man.
Symbiote
Symbiote
Spider
Spider-Man
Man,
was,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, that was my most cherished unlock. Mainly because I felt like it was the first milestone character that I felt that I actually could really get. Because cheap to play, I'm also resource management heavy,
Yeah.
and I didn't really want to spend a lot of gold on a lot of previous characters. And this was the first one where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go all out on this one, baby. And then got symbiote Spider-Man, and then to find out that he was so good, that to me was my most cherished unlock. He's actually my my favorite character in the game. So yeah, most cherished unlock.
Awesome. And do you think he's one of the best characters in the game? Top 10?
Yeah, definitely top 10.
Top
Yeah.
5?
No, I feel like he lands at 6 or 7
So he's like a
for me.
good like 6 man or something like that.
Yeah, he's. I wouldn't if I were to craft a team. I wouldn't put him. Well, it depends. It depends on where. If it's raids, he's top 5 without. He's top 2 without question. But if
Right.
it's something like arena, then he falls to number 6. Dark dimension, he's in the top.
Mm-hmm.
But but in war and arena, I feel like that's kind of where he dips a little bit.
All right. So let's talk about this very important question. Now, you are cheap to play. Maybe balancing a little bit on that free to play. How much money have you spent in this game so far?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. I really so so if I were to put a number on it, there's a possibility that I mean, 560 days. I mean, maybe I've spent a little over a grand. I think potentially.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe
Wow.
it could be less. I don't know. I mean,
Do you
because
okay?
when you add it all up, right? There's been a couple of $50 characters. There've
Hmm.
been a lot of these microtransactions.
Hmm.
Um, it could be less. It could be less, but yeah, I would say probably around there.
Usually, people do say that when they spend money, it's or spend in the game, it's there's quite a bit of a balance of how they know much they're going to spend and what they feel like they're spending. Rather, when they look at their actual bank account, they're like, "Oh wow, it's actually double than I thought it was." So you're
Yeah,
probably over than what you probably
could be.
think, right? Because usually when I watch a stream, you're definitely not buying unless, there's
Yeah,
like something very special. But at the same time, I mean, 500 something days, like you kind of would have to say maybe if you were to put that maybe $10 a day, that might be it,
right.
like, $10 or whatever. That's actually really not that bad.
Yeah,
And at the same time, if you were to say, oh, I was doing $20 a day, that's when it really does get up. So
yeah,
that's pretty interesting, and that's very interesting to know, especially from cheap to play guys. That's something you guys need to think about. All right, so where does your username come from? Gamer handle Goofyrhexxi is a not necessarily a different name. I know where it is and where it comes from.
yeah.
But why don't you explain to our audience?
Yeah, so Goofy was kind of like a nickname for me, or Goof, not necessarily Goofy, but Goof was a nickname that I had, growing up, man. And when I met my wife, I didn't want to call her by her, her first name all the time. So I was like, let me figure out some nickname to give her. So I gave her the nickname Rexy.
Uh huh.
And for a lot of time, like playing, like PS4, whatever, like all my gamer tags have always been okay. Let's just put a Y on Goof, and then add Rexy to it just to make a gamer tag or whatever, because it was rather unique, right?
Yeah.
So now I just that's kind of just carried on. My Twitch name is Goofyrhexxi, in-game name is Goofyrhexxi, everything, gaming wise for me is Goofyrhexxi. So I was like, let's just keep it. Let's just make it a thing.
That's cool. I really like that, and it's really funny because you are a very silly person, and you're a very fun person. So it actually
Yeah.
falls in line very well.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh yeah, my name's like, examples like Howard Stern. He's not like a stern character. Like his name doesn't go with
Right.
Stern. It goes completely opposite, which is really funny for you. You are definitely a funny and silly person.
100%.
Now, with that, what's the worst advice you've ever given? Because, I mean, you can't be so silly and serious at the same time. So, what would be something that people would say like, "Wow, like this was not something Goofy would say." Like, what's the worst advice you've ever given?
I think I gave the advice. I don't remember the specifics, but I think I gave the advice for someone to spend certain amount of money in the game when or on a character I think it was like it was probably like a oh, I would say this is probably the worst advice that I gave, and I know it's probably justified, but I said, listen, if a legendary is coming up and you're this amount of shards away and the $30 pack would take care of it, and go ahead and you buy the $30 pack. But for me, I just feel like it was bad advice because that's just not how I play the game. So I feel like it was bad just because it was out of my persona. Because even if I was that far away and the $30 would get me there, I'm still not buying it because I just don't like that. So I feel like for me that was probably really bad advice just because it wasn't really true to myself on what I would do.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is very very insightful. I mean, um it's something you really do have to think about is not necessarily the practice what you preach kind of deal, but it's also, if you're giving the same advice, are you following up as well
Right,
to your users, whether it's good or not? A good
right,
dollar offer could be a really bad dollar offer, and
right.
could you could you justify buying that?
Yeah. And that's one of those offers where I couldn't justify buying it. And I was like, you know what? This I felt kind of dirty saying it, but but I was like, you know what? I've already said it already.
Right.
They're gonna make the assessment and hopefully they made the right decision because I can't go chase that person down who asked me that question now. But that was the advice that I gave. And like I said, I wish that I had not done that because I know me.
Yeah.
I would say, you know what? Looks like we're gonna go for second for the next pass or the double chase, right? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
But that's what I would have said. Hey, listen, me personally, I wouldn't buy that offer, but if you feel the need to, then you go ahead. But I personally, I would just wait because I just don't feel like it's a good value offer in my opinion.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to put like a disclaimer on it, but like it's a weird
Right.
backwards kind of way of doing it.
It is.
So what outside of this game, what hobbies do you have? I mean, we know you love this game. We know you love Marvel things. We've read your profile on your Twitch stream and your other socials. But what other hobbies do you have? Like, do you do sports? Do you do like sports? Do you do outside things with the wife, or like maybe plays or whatnot? I don't know.
Yeah. So a lot of my hobbies, I do like to the few of them. I'll mention a few. I love to grill. I love to grill. That's one of
Okay.
my favorite things that I like to do, and I get pretty serious about it. So
What's your
yeah,
favorite? What's
that's
your favorite thing to grill?
love ribs. Love grilling some ribs,
Ribs.
man.
Okay.
Love some
Now
ribs, man.
beef or pork?
Definitely pork.
Okay.
Well, we can go both. It depends. It depends.
Okay. So
Depends on what I feel.
when you grill, you do the beef or do you do the pork now? And when you go out, do you do the pork and do you do the beef?
So if I'm at home, I'll do. It's really both, right? It depends on what the wife picks up, and it depends on what she because normally I leave the seasoning to her,
Okay.
and then I'll kind of just like make sure that it gets nice. The grilling is a science for me, so I just like the whole like aspect of it. It's just something that men can bond over. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah. Yeah.
grilling. It's something that men
Absolutely.
can bond over.
Is,
I love doing that.
is this now you are a grilling guy. Is this an invite for me to go to the cookout or what? Like, can I go to the cookout?
Oh, come on over. Come on over. Come on over. We'll pull up this. I don't know what you drink, but I normally got my Guinness, and I got my Guinness here, and I'm sitting here with the grill, and I'm just doing my thing, man. So
My
come on
birthday
over.
my birthday's on St. Patrick's Day. I love Guinness.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
my kind of man, my man.
we're right here. We're right here. I like it. Now, you were gonna go on to say, let's maybe sports. I think is another one of your hobbies, right?
Yeah, so I play football all through high school, so that's definitely one of my big hobbies. And you probably have heard me talk multiple times on stream about football because don't start a conversation with football if you're not willing for this conversation to go about 45 minutes.
All
Okay,
right.
you know
Well,
that right
you're
now.
in the hot seat, so we have one very specific question for you about sports, and we know you love football, and we know you love the New England Patriots.
Yes.
There it is. There's the hat. There it is. Now, with that question, you already know I'm going to ask it. How do you feel about
Yeah.
Tom Brady?
Um. So
Hot seat.
there's a certain infatuation that I have with Tom Brady. now and mostly as a player, as a person, different, right? I don't like his views outside of sports, but um, when it comes to him as a football player, love him, love him as a football player. Love his work ethic. But and people are always like, are you upset that Tom Brady left? No, I'm not upset that Tom Brady left. They should have paid the man. Pay the man.
That's
Then
true.
he wouldn't have left. Treat him with respect. Then he wouldn't have left. So now that's why I'm a dual I'm a dual fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots.
He has
So
a real chance of getting to the Super Bowl. Who do you pick? Final two.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
He has a he has a one last chance to get to the Super Bowl. Who do
Yeah.
you think, with all the teams in the final of the playoffs, have who do you think your Super Bowl pick will be between two teams?
Honestly, I find it hard to believe that the Chiefs are going to lose again, or the Chiefs aren't going to win again. I feel like Mahomes is he's Showtime, man. He's ready. He's Showtime, and I don't think that there is a way that you get him in a game like that and he's not going to perform well, man. Or that you're going to keep him down for 4 quarters. We saw that last year, right?
Yeah,
I think he's too good. He's too talented. I don't see him losing.
yeah. Personally, I was rooting for the Niners, but I was not against the Chiefs winning. I was just shocked how they won in
Yeah.
defining fashion in that last few minutes.
I'm,
Let's.
I'm hoping though. I'm hoping, and even though I'm not really an Aaron Rodgers fan, I am hoping though that this man can finally figure it out because he's a, from a football perspective, I got to look at it this way.
Okay.
I would love to see Drew Brees and Tom Brady duke it out in a actual championship game, but that's not going to happen. It's a semifinal game, right?
Yeah.
Um, I wouldn't mind if Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers won because Tom Brady, love the guy, but you got six, bro. You can chill. Um, you can chill. Like it's my guy. But I would say Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees. Actually, I think Drew Brees would be a nice story. Having won the Super Bowl, and then kind of just ride off into the sunset. I would like to see that.
Okay, nice. I like that. Now let's get to some dire questions. We're gonna finish up these last few questions here. And this is a burning question. Everyone has to answer. They're not really sure of how. I never know which way people are gonna go, but the real question about food is: does pineapple belong on pizza?
This is funny because I'm watching it on the stream and I'm like, I see the question first before you ask it, and I'm like, oh god.
He's like, oh no.
And the answer is this. I love pineapple on pizza.
Oh,
Give me
pineapple
some
team.
nice Hawaiian with some ham and the bacon, and then get that crispy. Oh my goodness, y'all don't know what y'all missing if you don't like it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. I mean, I'm team pineapple as well. All right. So, our next question is, in the game, what is the worst character on the roster that's not a minion?
Nebula.
Nebula. Worst character on the roster that's not a minion. And now, would you want to put Nebula? Two things rather. Does Nebula need synergy with Gamora?
Yeah, she does.
Okay.
And Thanos.
And Thanos, there you go. And do you feel that Nebula is a character that needs a rework or just a stat buff?
Um, so I made a very not unpopular video, but I talked about my top 5 characters that needed a rework, and she was on a part of that list. I do think that it's okay for there to be terrible characters in the game. Not everybody needs to be good. That's just my this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that every single character in the game needs to be good. I would like to see her actually have some synergy with Gamora and then have some synergy with Thanos. I don't necessarily need her to be reworked in order for her to be a good character. I think that you got to have bad characters in the game. You got to have bad teams in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I've always felt like she's actually had a pretty good kit. Maybe a stat boost
Yeah,
would be great. I mean, if you look back in time, you could definitely tell that, hey, like she has speed, she has evade, she has,
right.
counters. I mean, one on one, she's actually probably not that
Pretty good.
bad.
Pretty solid 101.
All right, final two questions for the hot seat. Favorite character, favorite character from Marvel, um, storyline from the movie or comic book.
Favorite Marvel character storyline or movie. So favorite Marvel character is Thor. If you see my logo, you
Of course.
probably know that already.
Yeah.
Favorite Marvel character is it's Thor. The favorite storyline that I have, I love the Daredevil storyline. It's such a good storyline. In my opinion, I like the whole, as a child being blind, coming back, being able to fight people without actually seeing them, being able to sense them. Love the storyline. And my favorite Marvel movie, I really liked Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That was probably for me like top two. Like I liked Infinity War, I liked Endgame, but the storyline, the action, the wow factor, like Captain America Winter Soldier had all that.
Yeah, it definitely did, and that's definitely one of mine for sure. For sure, for sure. And I just
Yeah.
recently watched that. Really quick, thick Thor or regular Thor?
Sorry, say that again.
Thick Thor or regular Thor?
I'm still losing you.
You
I
lost me
hear
there.
I
Thick
can I can
Thor,
see I can see you saying Thor. I just can't see what the other rest of it is.
thick Thor or regular Thor?
Thor, nah, thick Thor. Come on now.
Is it because of the hair or is he just funnier?
He's the hair and he's okay. Let's be it. So Adonis Thor, right? I
Yes,
mean, listen,
Adonis.
we all want to look like that, okay?
Yes, 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 yes.
We all want to look like that. But Thick Thor is funny and he reminds me of me. He reminds me of myself.
That's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, last question on the hot seat. We have a question. This is my final question that I ask everyone, and there have been two answers that everyone has given. Out of the 6 Infinity Stones, one Infinity Stone in a fight, which would you choose to use?
Andy Stone. Ooh, this is a tough one, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like my gut is saying, I gotta remember what they do. I think there's a Mind Stone that I really like, and I also do like the Time Stone. I think if I were to pick one, probably time. Probably time.
Probably time.
Yeah, it's probably time. I think there are moments where I would like to kind of just like I'm super calculated, and there are times where like okay, like Karnak, right? You if it
Yeah.
horrible Inhuman show. When if you watch Karnak in like the where he's like plotting out what he's doing, and then he's almost like playing it out in his head, and then he's like, nah, I don't want to do that one. Like that's for me is what the time stone would be. I'm gonna try this one. And you know what? This doesn't work. I'm gonna. That's me.
Oh my goodness. He literally just rotated. You literally did the whole like Doctor Strange thing. That was amazing. That was great. I love it. I love it. Now, everyone has used the time and the Mind Stone. No one has used the soul. No one has used the reality. I personally think there are two. I mean, they're all amazing constructs, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, I don't know, man. I have yet to get someone to say the Soul Stone. I think there's some people saying the Soul Stone, some people saying Mind. I'm a big fan of reality. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, guys, that was the hot seat. Big round of applause for Goofy as he survived the hot seat, everyone. Welcome. Put some fire emotes in the chat for this man. And we're going to do our PvP section today and see if I can retain my record on a win, because right now I'm tied. It's only 2-2, and let's see if I can actually make it to a 3-2 lead, or will I lose to Goofy
Ooh.
now? Oh wait, hang on. Where did my MSF go here? Where is MSF? Oh, hang on.
I mean, you have a chance. I'm terrible at PvP, so you have a chance.
That's hilarious. Let's see. Wait. Here it is. There it is. Sorry. All right. Now, we are in the hot seat. We are going to do a match between the two of us, and I hope you are ready. We're going to do a balanced draft.
Okay.
And this is the best part of the show, and we're going to see who is the better of the two of us. Here we go.
Ooh, let's see. Let's see. All right. Ooh, I get the first ban. Okay. Let's do this. Um. Oh, damn it! I got another one.
He's got Baron Zemo out.
Okay.
All right. Baron and Emma. All right. Now, for me, who do I choose here? Who do I choose? I think we are going to go with let's see, where do we go here? We have to ban Ultron, and we have to ban Phoenix. Here we go.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I have a yeah. Okay, Black Bolt for the first pick here. All right, so now I get 2 picks here. Let's roll into let's see. We're going to grab Anti-Venom, and we're going to grab Ebony Maw.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with
Ooh, Blob.
Okay.
Fee. Blob and Toad. All right. So now we're gonna pick Doc Ock, and we're going to grab Ghost Rider.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
Mr. Sinister. Uh-oh. I better get with the program here.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. I can only remember my ABCs, and we'll be fine.
Let's see. A, B, C. Wait. Is D come before E? Let's see. Now my pick. Let's see. Where are we gonna go? I need to pick someone. I need some damage and maybe some speed here. I don't know. Let's go grab Thanos, and we are going to reject.
Let's see who you're gonna reject now.
I don't know who to reject here. Do we reject Black Bolt, or do we reject Sinister? I think we might. We're gonna take out Sinister. We're gonna take out
Okay.
Sinister. I think has to be my best bet here.
All right, we'll go this route.
Oh, Ma is gone. Ma is gone. There goes Magneto. All right, so now we have we're gonna grab X-23 here.
Ooh, good picks. Okay.
All right, guys, this is it. This is the moment you guys have been waiting for in PvP. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see the hype in the chat, everybody, and everyone. Put your prediction or put your guess and see who's going to win this match. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Okay.
All right, so this doesn't miss, so that's good.
Okay, and all right.
All right, so we're gonna do this bad boy, and we're just gonna go grab some evade.
Nice. Okay.
Let's set this up
Is that
here
that-
from Doc Ock. Bring in
Still
another.
got that turn meter. Okay.
Oh no! Oh!
Oh,
Oh! That could have been really bad.
how did
that-
he survive that?
Oh.
No.
That could have been really bad for me. All right, let's charge up.
All right. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it
Okay.
is. That's it. Oh no, that was really bad. That is really bad. All right, let's. I'm getting no damage. Oh, I'm getting wrecked, guys. I'm absolutely getting wrecked right now. This is not good.
No, they're still there. You still got X-23. There's a lot of time.
This is not good. Wow, I'm getting absolutely. Oh, and he's blinded. No!
All right, let's save this.
Wow. It looks like I'm going to lose hard. All right, I got one.
Ooh.
I got one,
Oh.
but it doesn't really
Yeah,
help me.
X-23 though, is a
man.
monster. Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. So she can't get in that evade anymore.
Oh man. Wow. This is bad. This is bad. Ay ay ay. Can't land it. Wow. This game is over.
Ooh,
This is
okay.
over. Wow. Oh man. Wow.
Ooh.
And that's it. Oh! Can he get
Oh, he's
some?
still
Can he get
alive.
some? Can he get some? Let's get some health. Get some health. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, we got Venom,
Shoot,
anti-venom.
Yeah, he's gonna resist. It's too much. It's too much. There wasn't gonna anything I could do there. Wow.
Okay, he's gonna get wrecked by
Wow.
Ghosty though.
Wow.
All right, go get it.
Oh man. Wow. I can't believe this.
This is a good matchup though.
This is actually a really good matchup. I don't know how this kind of came up, but one-on-one, Black Bolt versus. Oh, he comes back. He comes back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not good. This is not good for me though. And there's the burp. Oh, he survives the burp.
my
He
God,
survives the burp.
survived that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
No. And here, no. Oh, there it
yeah,
is.
that was
Wow.
close.
Wow, that was incredible. And unfortunately, my loss comes to a terrible, terrible record. And now, wow, I'm just not I'm not good. I'm not good. I need to work harder, guys. I need to work harder. Let's
Listen, man,
change my
no, that one went down to the
that went
wire.
down to the
That one,
wire. And at first we're thinking what was happening. Wow, incredible. 2 and 3 is now my record. Um Unbelievable. Wow, good match, guys. Great stuff there, Goofy.
good
Um
stuff. Good stuff.
that
Yeah,
was
that was a good
incredible.
one, man.
That was
You
really
had
good.
me.
I'm kind of shocked that I lasted so long and I had so many different opportunities to come back.
Yeah,
But
I kept on messing with your I should have took out Ghost Rider from jump, but I was so afraid of X-23 and I'm like, "Ah, go ahead."
Last question before we finish this off. How do you feel about PvP and RTA in general?
So PvP, I think it's better in terms of the process to pick an opponent. I think when we're doing things like this, like balance, I still think it takes a little bit too long, in my opinion. It's just like obviously me and you, we kind of knew like, listen, let's just go and let's just do this quickly, right?
Yeah.
But not everybody has the same sort of timer in their head, right?
Yeah.
So I think for me that still takes too long. The RTA component, because of the battle pass and everything that's intertwined. I just feel like it's become the Blitz version 2,
Yeah.
basically. Because of all the abilities, you're really going to be penalized. I feel more for the earlier players because you're going to be penalized for not having a wide roster, and not having a wide roster is going to prevent you from being able to do all of the tech and then the skill and especially skill characters. You're not going to have a lot of those
Right.
earlier. I mean, I guess unless you get lucky with Zemo, you decide to build up your shield team, or you got lucky with some mercs, but it's just you don't have enough in the bag to be able to do it. So for that, I like the quick match setting. I like how you can kind of get into matches really quickly. They have fixed the matchups. They have fixed the matchups and how those go,
Hmm.
but I do still think that there are some other tweaks that they need to change. They need to expand it a little bit more for you to be able to do, for you to be able to complete all of your objectives in a, a multiple ways. There should be multiple ways for you to get all of your objectives done, and right now there's really only one that you
Yeah.
can do. So
Yeah. All right, guys, this concludes our hot seat episode with Goofy. And Goofy, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate you. You have a fantastic channel, you have fantastic videos on YouTube. Can you please tell our viewers where they can find you?
oh yeah. So Goofy Rexy basically everywhere. I'm Goofy Rexy everywhere. Goofy Rexy on YouTube, Goofy Rexy on actually the only place I'm not Goofy Rexy is on Twitter. I'm at Rexy on Twitter. So that's where you can find me. But go to my channel, man, Discord, my Twitch. You can also find me Goofy Rexy there too as well. So you can find everything there. Discord, Twitter, Facebook, um, whatever else I'm forgetting, you can find it.
Just go to his main page on Twitch, guys. You guys can find anything that you need to find and locate Goofy. Thank you again one more time. And next week, guys, next week we have great guest, which I cannot wait to have on, and that's Tony Scungili. Very excited to have him on the show. We also have later on tonight, if you guys want to check up, we have Sleepy Weasel, and he's going to be on later on at 5 p.m. Pacific. And then tomorrow we have Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks as a special rescheduled uh, hot seat as well. So thank you again so much for Goofy. Big round of applause for having him come on. We have Sleepy Weasel later on tonight in a few hours. And then we have Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks coming on tomorrow. That will be at 1 o'clock Pacific time as well. And then next week, Tony Scungili. He's going to answer some very hard questions. That seat might be very, very hot. Thank you guys so much. Come on in, check out the Twitch channel, find me on YouTube, click subscribe, and have fun, and most of all, be yourself, guys. Enjoy.